Finally, we get to see what Ram has planned for their electric truck. When I first saw this, I thought, holy cow, this thing looks like a Rivian on steroids. And putting these two trucks side by side is like putting a cheetah next to a lion. I mean, just wow. Alright, let's get into the information that we have on this truck and let's take a look at some of those features. Ram has created a new platform called the STLA, or the Stella Frame Platform, for their full-size vehicles, which can provide up to 200 kilowatts of power and up to 500 miles of range. The all-wheel drive system is going to have 2 electric drive motors, and it's going to have 4-wheel steering with up to 15 degrees of rear steering at full lock. It will also have adjustable air suspension with 3 different settings. When this truck hits the market in 2024, it will be the leader in the categories that we, the consumers, really care about most. And that's going to be range, towing, payload, and charging. Range expectations are up to 500 miles, and the 800-volt architecture will provide charging speeds up to 350 kilowatts and be able to charge up to 100 miles in just 10 minutes. Ralph Gilles, the chief design officer of Stellantis, says, being electric, it'll put a TRX to shame in acceleration. That's a pretty big statement. That means they are targeting a 0 to 60 time in the low to sub 3-second mark. So the front on this truck looks amazing. The full LED animated lighting with the tuning fork style running lights and the new modernized Ram logo is a showstopper. Under the hood, there's a sizable frunk with multiple tie-down hooks and a pass-through to the cab. Why? We'll get back to that because there is a good reason for it. It has a muscular look to it with broad shoulders and wide hips, kind of like the Chevy Camaro, but a more rounded, sleeker front directing the air out and around the sides of the truck. This design, along with the underbody aero panels, active diffusers, hidden side steps, lowered roof line, and awesomely designed 24-inch aerodynamic wheels, we could be looking at the most efficient electric truck yet. So Ram shortened the front end just a little bit to be able to increase the cabin size. It is 4 inches longer than the gas Ram 1500, which gives it more room in the rear passenger area, and they were able to add removable jump seats. And we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. So then, by removing the B-pillar and incorporating Ram's Grand Saloon doors that open 90 degrees, there is easy access to the cabin. The automatic side steps are a nicely added feature that will aid in the aerodynamics once they are tucked up underneath the cab. Ram kept with their traditional Ram box along the bedside, but this one is powered with 2 levels of storage with multiple sections and anchor points. So the multifunctional tailgate has been slightly redesigned from the 60-40 split to the 50-50 split. You can use the tailgate as a traditional tailgate, or you can open up those 50-50 doors, and when you do that, then you can extend the powered bed floor, maximizing the length of the bed. There's also a midgate that folds completely flat into the cabin. Now this is where that pass-through in the front comes into play. With the bed fully extended and the midgate folded completely flat and the frunk pass-through open, you can fit an 18-foot board from the nose to the tail of this truck. And what's even crazier is that they have an intelligent storage app where you can scan the barcode of an item that you want to load into your truck, and it will tell you whether it can fit or not. And if it can fit, it will actually tell you how to make it fit by how to configure your bed and how to reconfigure the interior. More on that in just a minute. On the interior of this Ram, they added some haptic touch buttons. I know a lot of people are not big fans of that, but it may not make it to production. Maybe they'll go back to the regular type buttons. But most of the truck's features are controlled by the two 14-inch infotainment screens. The bottom screen can actually be repositioned by sliding it forwards or backwards, or you can completely remove it, use it as a tablet, and even control some of the truck's functions from outside of the truck. What is going on here? They are completely revolutionizing everything. This is nuts. And there's more. The steering wheel has an odd shape. It's kind of like an oval. But the thing is that it can fully retract into the dash for when level 3 autonomous driving is available. And they don't stop there. There isn't a dedicated driver's display, but they did add an advanced augmented reality heads-up display. So that way you can keep your eyes forward and watch where the truck is going. We talked a little bit ago about how you can reorganize the cab to fit certain items in there, and this is how they're going to do it. So what they did was they added a new feature for this Ram. It is called the Ram Track Rail System. This system runs from the frunk through the cabin and out through the bed. And doing this allows you to maneuver seating inside of the cab into different configurations so you can haul different shapes and sizes of cargo, or just to separate some fighting kids by staggering the seats away from each other. Now that's a parent's dream, isn't it? So there's a few additional items around the truck that I just wanted to kind of touch on that Ram decided to give just those small little tweaks and touch of look what we did. And that's going to be the light up Ram badges on the side of the doors, backlit weighted center caps with the Ram logo on it that will always stay in the upright position. They have exterior projectors so that you can actually project a movie out in front of you while you're sitting in the cab. You could even project OSR Garage out there while you're sitting there eating your lunch. And then to cap it all off, they have what they are calling shadow mode. With shadow mode, you can actually be outside of the truck and you can walk in front of the truck and the truck will follow you just like your shadow. It makes it easier for you walking around and picking up tools to actually have the truck follow behind you, so you don't have to worry about going back to your truck or getting in and out of your truck. I even thought it would be great for the farmers who have to bale hay. They're pulling that big trailer behind their truck and have to throw those bales on there. They could just walk up and then stop and get the next bale and throw it on their trailer, then go walk up to the next one instead of having to hop in and out of the truck constantly. I think that is going to be a huge thing for farmers and ranchers. So Ram's designers and engineers threw everything at this concept. Now many of these features are not going to make it onto the production model that is due in a few months, simply because it would not produce a cost-effective, affordable truck for us consumers. But they do plan to incorporate some of these features as the years go on and when other items become more cost effective. I expect the top of the line model to be sitting right around the $100,000 mark, similar to the Silverado RST EV and the Sierra Denali EV. Then we can probably expect a lower model work truck to be somewhere in the range of around $60,000, considering that the Ford F-150 Lightning Pro is at $57,000 now. So by 2024, I expect we're going to be seeing around $60,000 for the base model. I am really excited about this truck. I can't wait for reservations to open up because I got a feeling that OSR Garage is probably going to put in a reservation, which means if you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe because we are going to follow this Ram journey through the entire process. Every time we get information, we're going to let you know about it. If we decide to put a reservation in, we're going to let you know about it, and we're going to follow that entire process until we take delivery. So if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. Also hit the like button if you like this. Early in the video, I said this looked like a Rivian on steroids. So if you haven't checked out the Rivian yet, here's the Rivian video right here. Go check that out and see what you think. I will see you later.